Jay was an ordinary man living in a busy spaceport city. Every day he did simple work at a small repair shop near the shuttle station. He liked his quiet life and his routine. But today was different. Today something strange and new was about to happen. It was late afternoon and the sun was setting behind tall buildings. The spaceport was crowded with people from many planets. Ships of all shapes and sizes landed and took off, making loud noises. Jay sat on a bench near Gate 7, waiting for his shuttle to go home. He looked around and saw travelers hurrying by, some carrying bags, some talking in strange languages. Suddenly, a figure caught his eye. She was sitting down slowly on the bench next to him. Jay was surprised because there were many empty seats, but she chose to sit beside him. She did not look like any human. Her skin had a soft blue color, and her eyes were big and bright, shining like stars. Her hair flowed down like silver threads, moving gently even though there was no wind. She wore clothes that looked light and smooth, almost like they were made of glowing fabric. Jay's heart beat faster. He was curious, but also a little nervous. He wanted to say hello, but his mouth felt dry. The woman looked at him with a warm smile and said in a soft voice, "Hello. May I sit here?" Jay quickly found his voice. "Yes, of course," he said. "I'm Jay." "I am Nia," she replied. Her voice sounded strange but gentle. "I am new here." Jay nodded. "This place can be confusing. Are you waiting for a shuttle?" "Yes," Nia said. "I need to go to the city center, but my ship left early and I was lost." Jay smiled. "I can help you. I know this place well." Nia looked at him gratefully. "Thank you. It is hard to find help when you are not from here." Jay looked at her carefully. He wondered where she could be from. Her eyes shone with a kind light, but there was also sadness in them. He wanted to ask more, but he was afraid to be rude. After a moment, Nia spoke again. "You look human. Are you from this planet?" "Yes," Jay said. "Born and raised here." Nia nodded slowly. "I am from a far place, a planet called Vareen. It is very different from here." Jay was surprised. "I have never heard of Vareen. What is it like?" "It is full of blue forests and tall crystals," Nia said with a soft smile. "The sky is purple at night." Jay listened, fascinated. He liked hearing about new places, especially ones so strange and beautiful. He wanted to see Vareen one day. The shuttle announcement came, but neither of them moved. They talked quietly, sharing small stories about their lives. Jay told her about his simple work and dreams. Nia told him about her people and their customs. Jay noticed that Nia's voice sometimes trembled. She looked at the crowd with nervous eyes. It was clear she was not just lost, but afraid. "Is something wrong?" Jay asked gently. Nia looked away. "I must stay hidden. My people do not want me to leave Vareen. If they find me here, I will be taken back." Jay frowned. "Why do they want to take you back?" "They believe I broke our laws," Nia whispered. "But I only want to be free." Jay felt a strong wish to help her. He did not know much about her world, but he knew that everyone deserved freedom. Suddenly, Nia reached out and took Jay's hand. It was warm and soft. Jay's heart jumped. He looked at her face, and she smiled with trust. "In Vareen, we have a special way to connect with someone we trust," Nia said. "It is called the bond." Jay did not understand. "The bond?" "It means we are connected forever," Nia explained. "It is a promise of loyalty and care." Jay felt nervous, but also honored. He looked into Nia's eyes and nodded slowly. "I will help you, Nia. You are not alone." The shuttle arrived and Jay stood up. Nia stood too, holding his hand gently. They walked together through the busy station, a new connection growing between them. Jay thought about how his ordinary day had changed in a moment. He never expected to meet an alien, much less become part of her story. But something inside him told him that this meeting was only the beginning of an adventure that would change his life forever. After leaving the busy spaceport, Jay and Naya walked side by side through the city streets. The city was bright with lights and filled with many sounds. Jay pointed out places to Nia, the market, the tall towers, and the parks. Naya listened, carefully, her eyes wide with wonder. Jay wanted to help Nia, but he did not know much about her world or the dangers she faced. He was worried about what would happen if her people found her. Still, he felt a strange connection to her, something deeper than friendship. They stopped at a small cafe. Jay bought 2 cups of warm drinks, hoping to make Naya feel more comfortable. They sat at a table near the window, watching people pass by. Naya looked nervous but smiled faintly. "Thank you for helping me," she said softly. "I did not expect to meet a human who would care." Jay smiled back. "You're welcome. You are not alone now." Naya's eyes searched his face. "There is something I must tell you. In my world, when 2 beings form a bond, it is more than friendship. It is a promise to protect each other forever." Jay felt his heart beat faster. "A promise? Like a friendship?" "More than that," Nia said. "The bond connects our hearts and minds. It changes us. It means we belong to each other." Jay looked at her with surprise. "Does this happen often?" "Only in special cases," Nia said. "Sometimes it is chosen, but sometimes it happens by chance. When it does, we must accept it." Jay felt confused. "Are you saying that because of our meeting we are bonded?" Nia nodded slowly. "Yes. The moment I sat next to you, the bond began. It is why I feel close to you now." Jay took a deep breath. He was not sure what to think. This was all new and strange, but Nia looked honest and sincere. "Will the bond change me?" Jay asked. "Yes," Nia said. "You will feel more connected to me. You will understand things you did not before. It may be strange, but it will help us face what is coming." Jay looked out the window. He thought about his quiet life and how it was changing fast, but he also felt a new strength inside him. Suddenly, Naya reached out and touched his hand again. This time, Jay felt a gentle warmth spreading through his fingers, like a light growing inside him. "It is the bond," Nia said quietly. "You can feel it too." Jay smiled, feeling less afraid. "Then I accept it. I will be with you." Nia's smile grew brighter. "Thank you, Jay. You give me hope." As they left the cafe, Jay noticed people staring at them. Some looked curious, others cautious. The bond between a human and an alien was rare and strange. On the street, a group of men in dark clothes watched them from a distance. Jay did not see them, but Nia's eyes narrowed. "They are looking for me," she whispered. "My people. They want to bring me back." Jay felt a surge of protectiveness. "We will stay safe. I will not let them take you." Nia nodded. "We must be careful. The bond gives us strength, but it also makes us targets." Jay and Nia moved quickly through the busy streets, blending with the crowd. Jay kept his arm close to Naya's, feeling the bond grow stronger. Later, they reached a small apartment Jay rented near the spaceport. It was simple but clean. Jay opened the door and gestured for Nia to come inside. "Make yourself at home," he said. Nia looked around, her eyes shining with gratitude. "This is kind of you." Jay sat down and watched her closely. He wanted to understand more about her and the bond. "Can you teach me about your people?" Jay asked. "Maybe it will help me protect you." Nia smiled softly. "Yes, I will tell you what I can." She spoke about Vareen, their forests, the crystals that sang in the wind, and the purple skies. She described the ways her people lived in harmony with nature, respecting every living thing. "The bond is sacred to us," Nia explained. It is how we choose mates and friends. It is a deep connection of love and trust. Jay listened carefully. But why did you leave? Why are you running? Nia's smile faded. I wanted freedom. My people are strict and do not accept those who question their rules. I wanted to choose my own path. Jay felt respect for her courage. I will help you find that freedom. The night grew deeper outside the window. Jay and Nia sat close, their hands still touching, the bond between them growing stronger. Jay realized that this unexpected meeting was no accident. It was the start of something new, a connection that could change both their lives. And even though danger waited outside, Jay was ready to face it. For Nia, for their bond, and for the future they would build together. Days passed, and Jay's life began to change in ways he never expected. Nia stayed with him in his small apartment near the spaceport. They shared meals, stories, and quiet moments. The bond between them grew stronger, like a thread connecting their hearts. At first, Jay found it hard to believe that an alien could act so close to him, almost like she saw him as her mate for life. It was strange, but also comforting. Nia was different from anyone he had ever met, and her presence made his world brighter. One morning, Jay woke to find Nia standing by the window, looking out at the busy city below. Her eyes were thoughtful and distant. Are you okay? Jay asked softly. Nia turned and smiled gently. Yes. I think about my home sometimes, about the people I left behind. Jay nodded. It must be hard, leaving everything you know. It is, Nia said. But the bond gives me strength. It connects me to you, even when we are apart. Jay smiled and moved closer. I feel it too. Sometimes I feel like I understand you without words. Nia took his hand, and Jay felt the warmth of the bond. It was like a quiet promise between them, a silent understanding. But living with Nia was not always easy. Her alien habits were different. She often stared at the sky for long moments, listening to sounds Jay could not hear. She ate strange foods that Jay could not recognize. Sometimes she spoke in her own language softly to herself. Jay tried to learn her ways, asking questions and watching closely. Nia was patient and happy to teach him. She showed him how to listen to the small sounds of the city, how to watch for hidden movements in the crowd. One afternoon, Jay took Nia to a market filled with colorful stalls and strange creatures. People from many planets traded goods and stories there. Jay wanted Nia to see his world, to feel part of it. As they walked, some people looked at them with curiosity. Others whispered quietly. Jay noticed some guards eyeing Nia, their faces serious. Are you worried? Jay asked. Nia nodded. My people are searching for me. They do not like the bond. They think it is a weakness. Jay frowned. But it is our strength. Yes, Nia said softly. It is love and trust, but they see it as a threat to their laws. Jay clenched his fists. Then we must be careful. I will protect you. Nia smiled. I know. That is why the bond chose you. That night, as they sat in Jay's apartment, Nia shared more about her culture. She spoke of rituals, music, and the sacred bond that linked mates forever. Jay listened, fascinated. He felt lucky to know someone so special. At the same time, he understood the danger that came with it. Suddenly, Jay's communicator beeped, loudly. He looked at the screen and saw a warning message from the spaceport security, an alert about strangers matching Nia's description nearby. Jay's heart raced. They are close. Nia's eyes darkened. We must move. Without hesitation, Jay grabbed a small bag. Nia led him through hidden paths and back alleys. Their bond helped them move as one, sensing danger before it appeared. They reached a quiet spot near the city's edge. Jay looked at Nia and saw determination in her eyes. Why did the bond choose me? Jay asked quietly. Because you are brave and kind, Nia said. Because you are willing to protect what is right. Jay smiled. I don't know if I am ready for all this. You don't have to be perfect, Nia said. We will face it together. The night was dark, but Jay felt a new light inside. Him. The strange new relationship between a human and an alien was not just about survival, it was about trust, hope, and a future they could build together. And no matter what came next, Jay was ready to stand by Nia's side as her mate and friend for life. Jay and Nia had been on the run for 2 days now. The city lights faded behind them as they traveled to quieter places. Jay felt the weight of the situation pressing down on him, but he knew he could not let fear control him. Nia was counting on him, and he wanted to protect her, no matter what. They found a small clearing near a forest outside the city. The trees were tall and silent, their leaves whispering softly in the cool night breeze. Jay looked around carefully, making sure no one was following them. Nia sat on a fallen log and closed her eyes. Jay could see the tension in her face slowly ease. This place feels safe, she said quietly. Jay nodded. We can rest here for a while, but we have to be ready to move at any moment. Nia opened her eyes and looked at Jay. Thank you for standing with me. The bond is strong between us. Jay smiled. It gives me strength too. I don't know much about your world, but I will learn. I will fight for you. Nia's eyes shone with gratitude. You are brave, Jay. I feel safe with you. As they rested, Jay's mind raced. He thought about the pursuers, those who wanted to take Nia back by force. Who were they? What would happen if they caught her? Suddenly, Jay heard a soft noise in the distance. He tensed and motioned for Nia to stay quiet. The sound grew louder, footsteps crunching on dry leaves. Someone is coming, Jay whispered. Nia stood up, her body ready. We must hide. They moved quickly into the shadows, blending with the dark trees. Jay's heart pounded as he watched. 2 figures approach. They wore dark uniforms with strange symbols. Their faces were serious and cold. One of the men spoke in a low voice. She cannot hide forever. The bond is broken once she returns. The other replied, We will find her. The law demands it. Jay's eyes narrowed. He could not let them take Nia. The bond meant more than rules. It was a promise of trust and freedom. He reached for Nia's hand. She nodded. Together they stepped from the shadows, standing side by side. The men stopped, surprised to see Jay with Nia. This one is with her? One asked sharply. Jay stepped forward. Yes, we are bonded. You will not take her. The men exchanged glances. The bond means nothing to the law, the leader said. She belongs to us. Jay felt anger rise inside him, but he kept calm. She is free to choose. You cannot force her. Nia's eyes glowed softly. A strange energy surrounded her, a power Jay had never seen before. He felt it too, flowing through the bond. The men hesitated, but then moved forward. Jay knew they had no choice but to fight. With a quick motion, Nia raised her hand, and a bright light shot out, forcing the men back. Jay felt a surge of courage and stepped in front of Nia. We won't let you take her, Jay said firmly. The men retreated, shouting orders to their unseen forces. Jay and Nia watched as they disappeared into the forest. Nia turned to Jay, her face serious. They will come again. We must be ready. Jay nodded. We will face them together. The bond makes us stronger. As the night grew deeper, Jay realized that his life had changed forever. The ordinary man he was yesterday was now a protector, a mate and a partner in a fight for freedom. He looked at Nia, her eyes full of hope and trust, and he knew no matter what dangers lay ahead, they would face them side by side, for life. The sun was rising as Jay and Nia left the forest behind. They needed to find a safe place, far from the city and those who hunted Nia. The bond between them was strong, giving Jay courage he never knew he had. "We must keep moving," Nia said, her voice steady but tired. "They will not stop searching." Jay nodded. "Do you know where we can go?" Nia looked thoughtful. "There is a place, far from here. It is hidden and safe, but it is on another planet." Jay was surprised. "Another planet? How will we get there?" Nia smiled faintly. "I have a ship nearby. It is old but still works." They traveled quickly to the edge of a small spaceport where Nia's ship was hidden in a quiet hangar. Jay helped her open the doors. The ship was small but sturdy, with a smooth silver surface that reflected the light. Jay looked at the controls with curiosity. "Can you fly it?" Nia nodded. "Yes, but it needs fuel and time to prepare." Jay helped gather supplies while Nia checked the ship's systems. As they worked, Jay noticed the quiet moments between them growing warmer. The bond connected them in ways beyond words. Suddenly, a loud noise came from outside. Jay froze. "They found us," Nia whispered. Jay grabbed a small weapon from the supplies. "We have to go now." Nia nodded and quickly took her place in the pilot's seat. Jay climbed in beside her. The engines hummed to life, and the ship lifted off the ground. Outside the window, Jay saw figures running toward the hangar, shouting orders. The pursuers were close. Nia focused on the controls, steering the ship up and away. Jay held on tight as the ship shot into space, leaving the planet behind. "Where will we go?" Jay asked, trying to calm his shaking hands. "To a planet called Tira," Nia said. "It is hidden by storms and clouds. No one will find us there." Jay watched the stars outside, feeling a mix of fear and hope. He had never been to another planet, but now he was part of an adventure bigger than he could imagine. As the ship moved through space, Nia told Jay more about her people and the meaning of the bond. She said the bond was rare between different species, but it was powerful and true. Jay looked at her. "I never expected to meet someone like you, or to become part of something so important." Nia smiled softly. "Neither did I, but now we have each other." The days passed as they traveled through space. Jay learned to trust Nia's skills and the bond that connected them. They shared stories, hopes, and fears. One evening, as the ship drifted near Tira, Nia looked serious. "When we arrive, we must be careful. My pursuers may still follow." Jay nodded. "We will face whatever comes, together." Nia reached out and held Jay's hand. The warmth of the bond comforted them both. As the ship entered Tira's atmosphere, storms raged outside, hiding their approach. The ship landed safely in a hidden valley surrounded by thick clouds. Jay stepped out and looked at the strange planet. The air was cool and fresh. The plants were unlike anything he had seen, tall, glowing trees and colorful flowers. "This place feels different," Jay said, smiling. Nia nodded. "It is a refuge. Here we can rest and plan our next move." But Jay knew the danger was not gone. The choice ahead was clear. Fight to protect their freedom, or hide and hope to be safe. He looked at Nia, his mate and partner, and made his decision. "We will face them," he said firmly. "No matter what." Nia smiled, her eyes shining with trust. Together, on a strange new world, Jay and Nia prepared to stand against the coming storm. Their bond was strong, and their hearts were ready. The adventure was far from over. The days on Tira passed quietly at first. Jay and Nia explored the hidden valley, learning about the strange glowing plants and the soft sounds of the planet's wind. The air felt different, calm and full of life, but Jay knew their peace would not last long. The bond between him and Nia had drawn attention, and soon their pursuers would come. Still, the bond gave Jay new strength. He felt connected to Nia in a way that made him braver than ever. One morning, as Jay and Nia walked near a stream, she stopped and looked at him seriously. "Jay, have you accepted the full meaning of the bond?" she asked. Jay thought for a moment. "I think so. It means we protect and trust each other. It is more than friendship." Nia smiled gently. "Yes, it also means our lives are tied together. We share pain and joy. When one is strong, the other is strong too." Jay nodded, slowly. "I feel that. Since the bond, I see things differently. I understand you more, and I want to be better for you." Nia took his hand. "That is the bond's gift." Suddenly, a soft noise came from the trees. Jay and Nia froze. The pursuers had found them. "They are close," Nia whispered. Jay looked around and saw figures moving through the trees, their faces hard and determined. "We cannot run anymore," Jay said firmly. "We have to stand and fight," Nia nodded. Together, the pursuers stepped into the clearing. Their leader spoke with cold authority. "Return with us, Nia. The bond is forbidden. You must come home." Jay stepped forward, his voice strong. "Nia is free. The bond is real. You cannot control her." The leader sneered. "You are a human. You do not understand. The bond will bring danger." Jay looked at Nia, feeling the warmth of their connection. "The bond is our strength." Nia raised her hand, and a soft light surrounded them. Jay felt a new power inside him, a calm courage that steadied his heart. The pursuers moved forward, but Jay and Nia stood firm. With the bond, they worked as one. Jay moved quickly, blocking the attackers, while Nia used her energy to protect them. The fight was hard, but their bond gave them speed and power. Jay felt the pain when Nia was hit, but he also felt her strength flowing into him. Together, they pushed the pursuers back until they fled into the forest, defeated for now. Jay and Nia stood breathless but victorious. The bond had saved them. Nia smiled, her eyes shining. "You are strong, Jay. You have accepted the bond fully." Jay smiled back. "Because of you, I am stronger." They knew the danger was not over, but their trust and bond had made them ready. Together, they could face any challenge. That night, under the glowing trees of Tira, Jay and Nia rested. Their hands were joined and their hearts were one. The bond was no longer strange or new. It was a promise of life, love, and strength. No matter what the future held, Jay and Nia would face it, together. The sun rose slowly over the glowing valley of Tira, casting warm light on the strange trees and shining flowers. Jay and Nia stood together looking out at the horizon. Their journey had been long and hard, but now a new chapter was beginning. Jay took a deep breath. "We are safe here, for now." Nia smiled softly. "Yes, but this place is more than a refuge. It is where we can start our new life." Jay looked at Nia and felt the bond between them stronger than ever. It was more than a connection. It was a promise to protect, to trust, and to stand together no matter what. "We have been through so much," Jay said. "I never thought I would meet someone like you. But now I can't imagine my life without you." Nia reached out and took his hand. "And I never thought I would find a mate so brave and kind. The bond brought us together for a reason." As they prepared their small camp, Jay asked, "What do you want to do next?" Nia looked thoughtful. "I want to explore the galaxy, to learn about new worlds and cultures, to find others who believe in freedom." Jay smiled. "I want that too. With you by my side, I feel ready for anything." The days on Tira passed peacefully. They learned from the planet, discovering plants that glowed softly and animals that moved quietly through the forests. Jay found joy in these simple moments, feeling a new sense of purpose. One evening, as they sat by a small fire, Jay asked, "Do you ever miss home?" Nia looked at the stars. "Sometimes, but I know I belong. Here now? With you?" Jay nodded. "I feel the same. The bond made us family." Suddenly, their communicator beeped softly. Jay picked it up and saw a message from a distant star system. It was a call for help. Others like Nia, in danger, needing freedom. Jay showed Nia the message. "This is our chance to help others, to make a difference." Nia's eyes shone with hope. "Together, we can bring change." They packed their ship, ready to leave Tira and begin their journey. The bond between them glowed warmly, a light in the dark. As they lifted off, Jay looked at Nia. "No matter where we go, we face it as one." Nia smiled. "For life." Their ship flew into the stars, carrying two souls united by a bond stronger than any challenge. Together they would explore new worlds, fight for freedom, and build a future where trust and love overcame fear. Jay felt proud. He was no longer just an ordinary man. He was a mate, a protector, and a part of something greater. The galaxy stretched before them, full of possibilities. And with Nia by his side, Jay knew their story was just beginning.